Hi, my name is Jerry Pritikin. This is a preview of my photo exhibit that will be taking place at Gage Gallery just in time for Pride Month. It begins on June 3rd. There'll be 40 photographs of San Francisco in the 1970s. The images include Harvey Milk, Mayor Moscone, and a changing neighborhood called the Castro. On June 7th, 1977 is a footnote in gay history. It's called Orange Tuesday. It was a day in which Anita Bryant led Dade County, Florida voters to rescind a gay rights ordinance. An impromptu march took place in San Francisco. Harvey showed up with a bullhorn and kept saying, "Out of the bars and into the streets." There was only a few hundred to start out, but by the time it ended there was over 5,000 people over at Union Square in San Francisco. Harvey was trying to tell us that if it could happen in Dade County, it could happen everywhere. And I happened to take a picture of Harvey with a bullhorn in one hand, a candle in the other, and a Save Our Rights sign in the background. After the march was over, after the talk was over, I took my film over to the Associated Press, and they used it, and it was flashed around the country, introducing Harvey 5 months before he was elected as the spokesman for gay rights. Harvey earned the nickname the Mayor of Castro. He created the Castro Street Fair, he created the Merchants Association, and we were beginning to feel at home, like this was our hometown. But one thing that was happening at the same time was Anita Bryant. It not only happened in Florida, it started out elsewhere, Wichita, Eugene, Oregon, but she was responsible for giving the gay rights movement. And there was a during the Gay Pride March of 1977, probably one of the most brilliant display to get people agitated. That's maybe not the right word, but it's called Bigots on Parade. And there are 5 pictures of people who are known bigots. One of them happened to be Adolf Hitler, Stalin, Idi Amin at the time from Uganda. There was a symbolism of the Ku Klux Klan, but there in the middle was Anita Bryant. And I kid you not, had it not been for Anita, a lot of people would still be in their closet. Had it not been for Harvey Milk, definitely people would still be in their closet. But the combination of the two of them gave us a cadence to march to. Back in 1973, a bunch of guys were trying to figure out what to do on a Sunday other than to go to a bar. And before you know it, we started having choose-up 12-inch softball games. Those 12-inch softball games turned into the first gay softball league in the country. Today there are over 50 cities that have softball leagues. Each year the league grew bigger and more competitive, and so did our fans. In 1978, I actually talked Mayor Moscone into throwing out the first pitch at the Gay Community Softball League's opener. There were over 2,000 fans on hand. In the picture that's on the screen, he's using my mitt. But more important, Mayor Moscone showed up at a lot of events. It didn't have to be election time. He showed up for big events, small events. He was truly a good friend to the gay community and to San Francisco. He represented the diversity that we found in our city, and we loved him, and we miss him. There's an important picture in this exhibit. I took it back in 1976. It's an airplane with towing a sign that says, "Catch a Frisbee and not VD." Back then that was the only thing we had to worry about. Just a few years later, shortly after 1980 began, we heard for the first time something called AIDS. After Harvey and Mayor Moscone were killed, about 6 months later, on May 21st of 1979, there was an event that took place in San Francisco. It was when the verdict in the Dan White murder came through, and he got a very lenient verdict. By that evening, many people started to mill around City Hall. They felt justice wasn't prevailed. Here's a man who killed 2 people, 2 great people, and got away with, they were saying, really got away with murder. This picture was taken about 5 minutes before the riot started. And I think there's a couple of very interesting signs that we'll read. The final sign really says it all. It was nothing but, in a few days it's going to be Harvey Milk Day. And tributes to Harvey are coming from all over the country and in fact all over the world. I would like to also attribute to Mayor Moscone, he belonged in there too. But primarily it's Harvey that is being praised for his contributions to gay rights. And he's dead now since 1978. This picture that's on the screen now was taken exactly a couple of seconds after the Save Our Rights image. And I never had it published until just last year. But the thing about it is, it says now. And Harvey, you're here with us now. A lot of people want to thank you, but we know you're here in spirit, and you'll tell us to keep on marching until that day comes for equal rights for all gays, for everybody. Thank you, Harvey. And a couple more things. Happy birthday, Harvey. And this is Pride Month coming up for June. Please march if you can in your Pride parades and then wherever you're at. And remember Pride not only during Pride Month, but all year long.